With an ever-expanding litany of games falling under the extraction shooter label, we are now looking at Arc Raiders, the latest extraction shooter coming to us from Embark Studios. If you don't know who that is, they are the fantastic folks behind the finals. Within the world of Arc, you are a raider, a scavenger who has to go out to the surface in order to collect goodies and bring them back home for everyone else surviving underground. The only issue with that, however, is the other raiders and the hostile inhabitants of the surface world, who are more interested in murdering you than helping you out. The game sets you off in the hub world of Speranza, acting as your area to craft and buy preparations and materials from the different traders and get ready for your expeditions. Now with that out of the way, let's get to the meat and bones, the surface. Much like your typical extraction shooters, after spawning into the modest but respectably explorable map, it's a mad dash to loot, and loot some more. As mentioned earlier, you do not only have to contend with the players, but you also have to contend with the hostile inhabitants, these being the Arc robots. They can be drones flying around to alert everyone and everything of your existence, or the larger leapers that are more likely to chase you down and have you slam the doors behind you to escape. No, time to kill in this game is pretty short, so if you do have a player-on-player interaction, it's very quickly likely to fall into the shoot first and ask questions later territory. However, as far as the shooting does go, based on our time with the server slam this weekend, things are feeling snappy, each shot carries a good bit of weight, and the sound design in particular gives the weapons and everything else a really satisfying oomph. This leads me into what I think is the most underrated but the best part of Arc Raiders. It's sound design. When you hop into the world of Arc Raiders, you'll notice that not just player actions, but NPC actions feel loud. This is not without purpose. Once you've adjusted and you begin to apply that logic of, well, if it's loud, it's probably important, every player action seems to carry a little more weight with it. Whether it's the choice to run, walk, loot, or even call the elevator, each seems to carry its own debt to you and your team's overall survival. This attention to sound really plays with the constant feeling of tension. Quiet moments really do carry weight, and while stealth opportunities might not be constant, they do naturally appear quite regularly. Not to say that there is a particularly deep stealth system, but it definitely helps crank up the atmosphere to 11. Like all extraction shooters, the gameplay loop is simple. You get in, you get out, you upgrade yourself, and then you go back in. Just like we've seen with hero shooters as of late, the goal is to create something with a design and a feel that hits such a sweet spot that people want to come back, and it allows you to stand out from the rest of the competition. With Arc Raiders, I think we've got that. Even this weekend, with a single map selection, limited items, and functionalities, the game was immensely addictive, with, prepare for the cliche, each round feeling significantly different from the rest, regardless of whether that was grouped up with friends, played solo, or filling a group with other players. They all felt pretty decent across the board. Now, before I cap this off, I feel like it's important to note the game will feature some level of microtransaction in the form of battle passes. Typically, in a paid game, I would have some reservations about this. However, if it is kept similar to games at this price point, like Helldivers, then I think we're still in for a decent time. So, let me know if you have played a little bit of Arc Raiders so far. What are you thinking about it? Are you excited? Are you purchasing it on release? I know I am. Enjoy and peace out.